It's 8:37 on Algoa FM Breakfast with Wayne, Lee and Charlie T. On the line as we continue with our conversation, Jason Hamilton, who's the guest lecturer in corporate and development finance at the University of Stellenbosch Business School and director at First River Capital. We're talking about life after lockdown and what does it look like for businesses. Jason, there is one thing I do want to touch on. You briefly touched on interest rates and we saw it come down by 100 basis points. What are the chances that when there is some sort of recovery, and if we are to wrap things up after 21 days and everything's looking good, what are the chances that this could change? Could we see the interest rates go back up again?
I think if we do see anything happen on the interest rates front, it'll probably be a further lowering. I think we'll probably need further stimulus for probably much longer than what we think. I think also if you look at interest rates coming down, the effect of that takes quite a long time to actually filter through into the economy. So the stimulus provided now, one, was signaling to the market that government is doing something about this and aware of the problem. And I think as we look at the models going ahead, that we'll probably see further lowering taking place before we start seeing a upward cycle again. I think the only thing is it might not be the sort of 300 basis points, which theoretically they could lower it by. It might just be a bit lower. Also, if you look at recessions in general, and I know this is a very different environment because it's not a economic-driven issue. This is more an event-driven problem. Recessions take about 18 months to sort of filter through the economy before you start seeing an uptick in the market. And I think that's the long tail of this that we need to be very well aware of. And that could be, so we could be in for a very interesting 2-year ride ahead after this, specifically in taking into account where our economy was before the pandemic hit.
Look, Jason, I think, when Moody's relegated us to junk status, most of our hearts sunk down to our ankles. Is there any chance of us recovering from that relegation?
I think there is. However, I also think, again, it's going to take time. I think we need to see that in context as well. I think there is a bit of an emotional link to Moody's keeping that investment grade, and the downgrade did come at a very bad time, and emotionally it is a big knock. But if you look at the other rating agencies like Standard & Poor's and Fitch, they've had us at sub-investment grade for the last two years already, since 2017. And the market has been pricing South Africa's debt as such. So I think there's an element of us clinging on to the rating. Now, look, there is an effect of this because we will see government debt cost increasing. We will see more capital outflows. But I think the downgrade, Moody's prior to this has given South Africa time, and I think they did receive the budget pretty well. So I think they are aware that government's taking care of and putting plans in place to make this economy recover. That said, the pandemic is a global issue, and we've seen Moody's and all the others downgrade various areas and also companies over the last few weeks. So I think that element does come into it. But again, to move up a notch, we'll have to really remain focused. And it's not going to be something that we're going to see
overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is going to take some time, and it'll be interesting to see how things roll out. Jason Hamilton, thank you so much for joining us on Algoa FM Breakfast this morning. Have a great day.
Cool, thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Cheers, bye-bye.